What does it mean spiritually if you constantly face relationship struggles? When relationships feel like a battlefield, it often means something deeper is surfacing for healing. You're not just clashing with another person. You're being shown parts of yourself you've ignored, denied, or forgotten. The tension is a mirror, reflecting your wounds, your unmet needs, and sometimes your unspoken truths. Struggles in love aren't punishments, they're invitations. The soul uses conflict to push us toward growth, to help us unlearn old patterns, and to remember how to love without losing ourselves. If you're in the thick of it, pause. Ask what part of you is being asked to grow. The lesson is rarely about the other. It's always about the light trying to reach you through the cracks. Let's go a little deeper and look at 9 spiritual meanings behind relationship struggles and what they might be trying to awaken in you. 1. You're being shown a pattern that no longer serves you. When the same fights keep circling back, it's not just coincidence, it's a spiritual pattern surfacing. The soul brings you face to face with old stories you've outgrown. This might be about abandonment, control, or needing to be heard. To shift this, trace the feeling to its root. Ask yourself, when have I felt this before? Who first made me feel this way? The answer may take you back to childhood or an old relationship, but that's where the thread begins to unravel. Once seen, the pattern begins to loosen its hold. Awareness dissolves repetition. You can even journal the repeated emotions or phrases that come up during conflict. They often carry clues. What you name, you reclaim. 2. You're learning to love without losing yourself. Relationship struggles often arise when your identity becomes too entangled in someone else's. You may be overextending, shrinking, or seeking constant approval just to keep peace. But your soul is nudging you to remember who you are. Outside the roles you play, begin checking in with yourself daily. What do you feel, want, need? Try placing your hand on your heart and asking, is this really mine to carry? Notice when your yeses are actually silent no's. Reclaiming your center helps your energy become whole again. The more you honor your inner voice, the less you'll need outer validation. 3. You're clearing karmic baggage. Some connections are here to balance past life energies. The pain you feel now might not be born in this lifetime, but it seeks resolution through it. If the struggle feels strangely familiar or unexplainably intense, trust that something ancient is being worked through. To release this, sit quietly and let the feeling rise without resistance. Place your hand on your heart and say, I release what no longer belongs to me. I choose peace now. Repeat it until you feel lighter, or write the unspoken weight onto paper and burn it safely as a symbol of release. Karma isn't punishment, it's unfinished energy. The moment you release it with intention, you step out of its cycle and into light. 4. You're being asked to set energetic boundaries. When your peace keeps getting disrupted, your energy field may be too open or porous. Arguments, emotional exhaustion, and resentment often signal that you're absorbing more than you should. To strengthen your field, visualize a soft light around you when you wake up. Let it be your shield. Throughout the day, check in with yourself. Does this feel right for me? If not, give yourself permission to say no, with grace but firmness. Your peace is not up for negotiation. Energetic boundaries don't push people away, they keep your soul intact. 5. You're awakening the shadow within. Every tough interaction is a mirror, and sometimes what's reflected is uncomfortable. The traits you dislike or fear in the other might live quietly within you. Not to cause guilt, but to bring you back into wholeness. Instead of judging, get curious. When have you acted from a similar place? Awareness begins the process of reintegration. What you embrace in yourself stops holding power over you from the outside. 6. You're learning the language of emotional honesty. Struggles intensify when emotions are bottled up or distorted. Silence turns into walls, and miscommunication turns into wounds. But beneath every conflict is often a vulnerable truth waiting to be expressed. softly and sincerely. Start small, speak from your feelings, not your fears. "I feel unheard" carries more healing than "you never listen." The more truthful your voice becomes, the more intimacy flows back in. 7. You're breaking ancestral patterns. Sometimes the conflict isn't even yours, it's inherited. Unspoken grief, power imbalances, or avoidance of truth may have run through your family line for generations. Notice what feels familiar about the pain. Does it mirror something you saw in your parents or grandparents? Name the pattern gently. You can say aloud, "This ends with me," or write a short letter to the younger you who needed more love or safety. Even lighting a candle with intention can begin to shift the energy. Small shifts in you can ripple through generations past and future. 8. You're outgrowing the dynamic you once settled for. Growth creates friction. If you're evolving, but the relationship isn't, tension is natural. This doesn't always mean it's over, but it does mean something must shift. Ask yourself, can this relationship rise with me, or am I shrinking to stay? Then allow your next move to come from truth, not fear. When you honor your evolution, life brings you what matches your new frequency. 9. You're remembering that love doesn't equal control. Trying to change someone, fix them, or hold on to them too tightly often leads to suffering. Spiritual love asks you to let go, not of care, but of control. To return to ease, breathe, and release your grip. Love them as they are, or choose peace by walking away. But don't chain yourself to potential. Freedom, yours and theirs, is the most sacred kind of love. Sometimes the struggle is your soul calling you back to yourself. It doesn't mean the connection is a failure. It means your inner wisdom is waking up. Hold your heart gently. Even in the storm, you are being led toward clarity. Thanks for watching. If you found this message useful, consider subscribing to keep uncovering sacred pointers, because the universe is always speaking.